I'm Michael Burns, and I'm a sixth-generation lobster fisherman. I've grown up in Maine, and I've called Maine home for 52 years of my life. Well, as a kid, you kind of want to get away from the places that you grow up. And after about 19 years, I did just that. I joined the Marine Corps and ended up spending about 20 years away from home. But I had to come back to this place because this is my roots. This is my home. I serve as an assistant commander on a tactical team for the state of Maine. But the other 50% of my time, I still go back to fishing lobster. It's my roots. It's my first love. Weather is a lobster fisherman's biggest enemy. We've got the winds, we've got the rain, fog, the darkness. We have cold, extreme cold in the winters. A lot of people don't realize when that lobster shows up on their table what goes on behind the scenes. It's a tough living, and it takes a lot to go out there and get them. It takes a lot of tough men. It takes a lot of tough equipment to keep them men going. The span of one's day is getting up in the morning in darkness and getting down to your boat in darkness. You'll leave the harbor after baiting up in total darkness, and you'll haul your first lobster trap just before the sun breaks the surface. And we'll haul gear all day out there until the sun sets, and then we come on back in total darkness. We spend a lot of our time in darkness. Lights to a fisherman are so crucial. One thing I learned in the Marines is you have to have the right tool for the right job. Because if you go out there with the wrong equipment, you're not going to be able to perform your job. Well, for most people, a light's a light. But when it comes to a light, to get me from my skiff to a boat, when it's raining or it's got to cut through fog, not just any light will do. And especially when I'm going out through these treacherous channels or coming back in, it gives me an additional searchlight readily at hand that I can check to make sure that there's no rocks too near. A buddy of mine was messing around with his expensive searchlight on the house of his boat, and what he realized was the 314 that I had in my hand outperformed that, and it was not fixed on the house of the boat, but actually I could walk around the boat and look all around with this. And another model of their flashlight is this poly steel. It's incredibly durable. Bounce it off the deck of the boat, you can drop it overboard, you can use it underwater. There's nothing that will really harm this light. This thing is constantly being used and takes a wicked beat. Rolls around with the ocean, rolls on the boat, bangs into stuff, ends up in the banding tray, on the platform, and sometimes in the hot water barrel, but it doesn't matter. This light can't kill it. When I'm out lobstering, I'm exposed to ice, snow, wind, rain, fog, and even hot temperatures. These lights go with me everywhere, and they can't be beat.